Today we'll learn some more adjectives and how to form the comparative of them. First, repeat the adjectives we learned in the last lesson. Neu, klein, schnell, langsam, schwer, hell, modern, tief, normal, müde, glücklich, wichtig, einfach, traurig, schwierig, dünn, nett, weit, leicht, dick, schlecht, spät, laut, interessant, heiß, teuer, dunkel. Good. And we learned how to form the comparative in the last lesson. We learned that, just like many adjectives in English, we add er in German to form the comparative. Newer in German is neuer. We also learned that the word expensive, teuer, to make it more expensive, we drop the last e first, and then we add the er, keeping it a two-syllable word, teurer. And the same thing happens with the word dark, dunkel. To say darker, we drop the last e first, and then we say dunkler. There are some other adjectives that work a bit differently, and we'll cover those today. Some you've come across already, and some are totally new to you. Repeat the word for long, lang. To say longer, German adds an umlaut over the a before adding the er, and you get this word, länger. Say that word, länger. And that's true of the following adjectives. They are all monosyllabic, meaning they have only one syllable, with the letter a being the only vowel, so they will all add umlauts. That being the case, repeat the next adjectives in both the regular and then the comparative after me. Alt, älter, stark, stärker, schwach, schwächer, kalt, kälter, warm, wärmer, arm, ärmer, nah, näher, krank, kränker, scharf, schärfer, hart, härter. Before we go on, this word for hard is not hard as in difficult, but rather hard as in the rock. The rock is hard, or steel is hard. Now those were all similar adjectives. They were all, again, monosyllabic, having the letter a as the only vowel. Well, the next three have something in common too. They all have the letter u as the only vowel, and they are also monosyllabic, only with one syllable. They also add umlauts. Repeat these ones after me. Jung, jünger. So the u by itself is a double o sound, u, but the u with the umlaut just slightly different. It's more like ü. Jünger. Let's continue. Kurz, kürzer. Before we go on, kurz, short, is not used for a person. If a person is short, German uses the word klein, for small. Kurz is used for, like a movie is short, or a novel is short, or the pencil is short. Let's continue. Klug, klüger. Good. The next three adjectives, again, have only one syllable, and the letter O is the only vowel. Yes, they also add umlauts. Repeat after me. This is big or tall, as in a person. Repeat the word. Groß, größer, oft, öfter, hoch. Now this one's a little bit irregular. First of all, this is high or tall as in a tree or a building. You would never use hoch to refer to a person. Notice what happens here. The letter C is going to disappear in the word hoch. And then we add the er and of course the umlaut. Repeat after me. Höher. Repeat that word again. Höher. Good. There are three other adjectives that are very irregular in German. Let's learn them. The word good, even in English, is irregular. We don't say gooder, we say better. German is very similar. Repeat, gut. And now, besser. Good. Gladly is really not an adjective, it's an adverb. Words ending in ly in English are adverbs. But we're going to use it as an adjective here. We've learned the word gern before. For example, if I were to say I'd like to play soccer, meaning I play it gladly, I would say Ich spiele gern Fußball. But if you play something more gladly, well, that's like saying, well, I prefer to play such and such. And in German, the word gern changes to a totally different word. Repeat after me, lieber. So if I said, Ich spiele lieber Basketball, that means I prefer to play basketball. And let's do one more, the word much or a lot. Repeat, viel. And that becomes the word more in the comparative. And in German, a similar word. Repeat, mehr. Repeat that one again, mehr. Good, so repeat the adjectives we covered today, as well as the comparative forms. Lang, länger, alt, älter, stark, stärker, schwach, schwächer, kalt, kälter, warm, wärmer, arm, ärmer, nah, näher, krank, kränker, scharf, schärfer, hart, härter, jung, jünger, kurz, kürzer, klug, klüger, groß, größer, oft, öfter, hoch, höher, gut, besser, gern, lieber, viel, mehr. Good job. In the next lesson, we'll put some of these adjectives in the comparative to use. Auf Wiedersehen.